Hope you all are doing well out there. We've got some real bad winter weather coming down here in Indiana right now, so I hope you're all staying safe and warm. But I wanted to make a little video, show you guys a brand new truck that just came out from Traxxas. It's pretty cool. Now, to a lot of you, this won't look like a brand new truck. Stampede has been around for a long time, and thousands of guys out there have the Stampede and have had a blast with it, and it's just been a great truck. But they just updated it with a lot of cool features. So I wanted to show you the new version and what it's got and what it can do. This is a Stampede VXL 4x4, which means that it actually has the VXL brushless power system, and it's also true 4x4 now instead of just being a rear-wheel drive like it has been in the past. And the Stampede's always been a great truck. It's a lot of fun. It's a blast. But I've never actually bought one, although I've driven them several times, because I really like 4x4 trucks. I really like seeing all four wheels spinning and chewing and screaming and throwing up dirt. And also, I live out in the country, so four-wheel drives work a lot better because I do a lot of off-road with my vehicles rather than on-road. So this is a great time for me to get a Stampede, so I went ahead and got one. Now, this truck is actually not quite as big as the full-size like E-Max and E-Revo. In fact, if you want to take a look, here's the Stampede, and here's the E-Max. So as you can see, it's a little bit smaller. Traxxas calls the E-Max and the E-Revo 1/10 scale, but they're definitely oversized 1/10. In fact, a lot of people have been starting to call them 1/8 scale. So that would make this truck more of a true 1/10 scale, or maybe just a little bit less than 1/10 scale. But you know, definitely still a decent sized truck and a lot of fun. And a lot of guys already know what size it is because it's the same size as the original Stampede. One of the other cool things that they did is that they actually completely redesigned the inside of the Stampede and the drivetrain. So if you notice, the drivetrain now looks completely different. First of all, it's four-wheel drive, but even so, they've actually taken the drivetrain that was on the really popular Slash 4x4, and they put a modified version of that same drivetrain on the Stampede. I really think that's awesome. As you know, the Slash 4x4, you've seen some of my movies on that. The Slash 4x4 really kicks, and it's a lot of fun. It's a blast. It's just completely bulletproof. You can just beat it up, and it works great. And they put that same drivetrain on the Stampede 4x4. It also has Revo spec differentials, so you can use different viscosities of fluid in your diffs to give yourself a different feel front and rear. It's got a very low parts count, so there's really only 3 gear meshes: the motor, the rear end, and the front end. So they've made it really efficient and really easy to work on. Just a couple screws in the front, a couple screws in the back. You can take it apart. You can take the drive shafts out. You can take the motor off. Just made it really easy to work with. There's a low parts count, so even if things do break, if you really bash hard, it's not that many things you replace. It's got plenty of ground clearance. It's almost 3 inches of ground clearance underneath it. So it's a great little truck. It's a blast. I've been driving it for a couple days now. And by the way, the wheelie bar does come with it now, because that's not really optional equipment. With a VXL motor, you really need a wheelie bar because it's going to do a lot of wheelies. Even with four-wheel drive, it's still going to be standing on the back tires a lot. Speaking of the speed, you can really, there's a battery pack that comes with it, a hump pack, a 7-cell hump pack, and that is an 8.4 volt battery. And with that battery, you can actually get up to 30 miles or a little bit more than 30 miles an hour with the battery that comes right from the factory along with the truck when it ships. If you put a 2S lipo in it, if you do a 5,000 milliamp or above, you can actually get up to 40 miles an hour, a little bit more than 40 miles an hour. If you put a 3S lipo in it, which it'll handle up to 3S lipo, you can actually get above 50 miles per hour with the stock gearing without changing anything at all. Now, they do send an optional gear, pinion gear, or I'm sorry, a spur gear, to actually allow you to run this truck above 65 miles an hour. Why you would want to do that, I guess just to say that you could do it, that's fine. But this truck really isn't the kind of truck that you want to run above 60 miles an hour. So I'm not even going to put the that spur gear on my truck, because 50 miles an hour is plenty fast for a truck this size, and also one this high, because this is actually more of a monster truck, so it's more of a bashing truck. It's set real high. I would imagine at 65 miles per hour, this thing would probably be quite a handful to steer. So there'll be guys that'll do it. I'm sure you'll see YouTube videos on it, and that's fine. That's great. If you want to do speed runs, that's absolutely fine. But I have no intention of putting that optional spur gear on my truck. I don't need it to go faster than 50 miles an hour, and I use 3S lipo, so that's going to be fine for me. But anyway, it's a great truck. It's a lot of fun, and you know, even though it's a little bit smaller than the Emax, it's absolutely just as much fun. You know, as you guys know, I have pretty much every model that Traxxas makes, or at least a big majority of them. And I would say the last few days of playing with this truck, it's absolutely as much fun as any of the other models. It's a blast. It is just a fun truck all the way around. It's tough. I've beat it up quite a bit. I haven't broke anything yet. It's a good truck. So you know, for the price that you pay to get this truck, it's actually a great deal, and it's a super cool truck. It's a lot of fun. Just wanted you guys to take a look at it.